So I'm a new mom and I never thought I would be able to curl my hair again because it would take so long before. But now that I learned this new routine, I'm able to curl my hair in like 20-30 minutes max. My name is Hillary and I'm on a mission to help busy working moms like myself feel like themselves again after having kids by going over tutorials, quick things you can do to feel beautiful and attractive. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I achieved these beautiful, bouncy, big curls. Look at how beautiful these curls came out. So if I can do it, you can do it too. And look, there's no excuse because I have a lot of hair. So let's get right into it.
You're gonna need a 1.5 inch to 2 inch curling iron, and I have that one linked in my TikTok shop. You also want to have heat protectant, some hair serum or like hair oil, a hairbrush, a clip to pin up the hair, and a scrunchie.
Right, so you're gonna want to start off by doing small sections, especially if you have a lot of hair like me. And even if you don't, you always want to work in small sections. Don't try to get a big chunk because you feel like you're gonna finish faster. That's gonna backfire on you. So you're gonna want to split your hair into sections, and to separate your hair you always want to use a clip to get this top half up because you don't want to create a big dent in your hair, make it harder for you to get it out. And whenever you're done curling your hair, you want to use this scrunchie, like a loose scrunchie that's not too tight, so you can tie this back so it doesn't get mixed up with your hair. Okay, that's two very important things. You don't want to create a dent in your hair. You don't want to get your hair mixed up from the curled and the non-curled. Right now that we have our section, you want to brush it through. Brush it really good. And then you're going to apply your heat protectant. I kind of just use cheap products because they're all the same, to be honest. And I love Garnier. So I'm going to, a little goes a long way. So just like spray it forward. You want to comb it out so it can distribute evenly in the hair. Okay, now this is where it gets fun. So you're going to want to set your curling iron to maybe 350 if you have thick hair. Maybe you can do 380, but that's pushing it. You're going to damage your hair more. I always keep it in the 350, 370 max. And you're going to... So you see how it opens like this? I always turn it upside down because it's easier for me. So make sure this thing is opening towards you. Okay? This is how you know that the curl's going to go behind you. Like it's gonna open up and it's gonna frame your face really pretty. So the ones in the front, you're always gonna want to do like that. You're gonna do it away from your face. Okay, so let's start. And then this section, we're gonna break it into probably two pieces. Let's start with the first one, and you're gonna want to start from the top. And what I do is I kind of like straighten it as I go. So I kind of like straighten it a few times before I actually curl it. So you see how I'm straightening it? This cuts your time in half because you don't have to. You just kind of straighten it. How that made a difference already? It's kind of more straight now. From this side, it's kind of like wavy, and this one's really straight and sleek. Then you're going to want to do the actual curl. So see, you're going to want to make sure the hair is always flat and it's combed through. You're going to curl it, and then you're going to bring it up. So I only do like about 2 or 3 spins. And then I leave it. Make sure it doesn't get too hot. I think when it's about this hot, then you can let it go. You see? And it creates a nice curl just on the ends. So I don't do too much. Same with this one. Just curl in there a few times. Same thing with this one. I curl. And since I have layers, you can get a better illusion of layers if you leave these bottom pieces more like loose and long. That way it doesn't cut into your length. Because look, if I were to curl this from here, like all the way up here, and make it like really tight curl, it's gonna cut my length up to here, and you don't want to do that. So you want to give the illusion that you have long hair, longer than you with the curls, you know. So you're gonna leave these bottom pieces down and kind of like loose curls, and then once you start getting to the top, you can do tight curls. It's gonna be like loose to tight, and it's gonna look really beautiful. I'm gonna show you. This one, same thing with this one. I want to just do this one. This heat protectant feels really, really good. Like, it makes my hair feel so soft because I have this one, but this one at HEB, I think. And it kind of makes my hair feel squeaky. I don't know how to explain it. But this one makes it feel really soft. I think I'm going to start using this one instead. Because the other one would get tangled because it was so squeaky. Another one that's also good is the Redken one. I really like that one. Okay, let's start this process. So I'm going to start by straightening the hair. Like I said, straighten it with the curling iron. And this part you can go a little bit fast or slow. It doesn't really matter. Just make sure you don't burn your hair and make a dent. If you keep it, it's going to create a dent in your hair. You don't want to do that. And then I like to put just a little tiny bit of my oil. You can use any oil, to be honest. It drops just like a little bit. And I put it mostly on the ends of my hair. I like to do this in sections because I like every piece to be like kind of like saturated with the oil. Not extremely saturated, but you know what I mean. Like I want every area to be covered and shiny. Now we're gonna put the next piece down. I forgot to tie this. We gotta tie this one up first so it doesn't get mixed with the other hair. And you want to tie it loosely, not too tight where it creates a dent, and tie it kind of like this, like not in one place. You know what I mean? Same thing, don't get a huge section. But can we talk about how hard it is to just get ready and like look presentable being a mom? Like it's so crazy, dude. Like I don't know how my mom did it having 6 kids, because with my one baby I'm struggling a lot, but I'm getting a hang of it. He's 4 months now. Wow, that's crazy. And today's the doctor's appointment. He has his 4-month checkup today. This one I left for a little too long. He has his 4-month checkup today, and he's gonna get his shots. My poor baby. Should I make a video on that? No, that's too private. That's too personal. And once I get to the top pieces, all right, so we're at the top portion, the very last portion, and it is 5:44, so that's 20 minutes, and I'm still not done, but I was talking and I was explaining and I was, doing repeat clips, so it doesn't really count for me. But trust me, it's not going to take long if you do this method. So now here is where you want to do your part. Don't do your part after you curl your hair. You want to do your part before you curl it so it can stay there. Before, when I was pregnant, I really couldn't wait to get back to myself, back to feeling myself again, like, because I literally felt like I was a different person when I was pregnant. Like I wasn't myself. Like my body changed, my mood changed, my face changed, everything changed. I mean, it was for a good reason, but now that I'm 4 months postpartum, I'm kind of starting to feel like myself again. I'm starting to feel beautiful. And I think, now that I'm 4 months postpartum, I'm starting to feel like myself again. I'm starting to get ready more. Like I'm starting to get into the routine of my baby and what he needs, and like how I can prioritize myself. Because I think it's really important that you put yourself together the best that you can every single day. I'm not saying do a full glam, full hair, everything every day. But you can, brush your teeth, wash your face, put your hair in a nice smooth ponytail or like in a bun, a nice slick back bun, and just put a moisturizer on and lip gloss. And that's, if that's your way of getting ready, and that's your way of getting ready. But at least try to do something. Try. Because the way that I see it is that God, now I'm not trying to get really religious because I'm not the best Christian to look up to, honestly. I'm still on the journey. And for the last steps, I like to apply more of that oil all on my hair in case I missed any pieces. And I just kind of like make my hand into a comb. And I kind of just brush through my hair so it's not like a big glob sitting there. You want to really spread it out. And put it in the last. Once you're done with the ends, you're going to put just the remainder amount here on the flyaways and here in the front, because it gets really frizzy here. So I'm going to put it there. Lastly, I like to spray it with this one. I forgot to mention this in the beginning. This is my shine spray from I like to do it in little spritz because it's really concentrated. I don't want my hair looking greasy. A lot of people don't like to brush. So my overall tips is start off with this one on a low setting just until you get the hang of curling it, and so you get into a rhythm with things. Once you start getting into a rhythm and you're like, okay, I got this, then bump it up so you can speed up the process and hurry up and do your hair fast because you're a mom and you gotta go. And then my next tip is gonna be to section your hair. Of course, even if you're in a hurry and you think you can just do it all at once, it's gonna backfire. Trust me, it always does. So split your hair into small sections, and the smaller the better. Even though you think it's gonna take longer, it's not, because you're gonna break up the process. It's gonna look neater in the end. So I broke it up into, I think, 4 or 5 sections because my hair is really long and thick. You can do more or less just depending on the size, the length of your hair and the thickness. And then my next tip is to clip the top portion with the clip so it doesn't create that dent in your hair. And then for your curled section, you want to loosely tie it with like a scrunchie that's not that tight. And then always apply oil on the hair as you go through sections. Don't apply it at the very end only. You want to do it sections through sections, and also apply it on the whole hair once you're done. And then, of course, heat protectant. Always use heat protectant on your hair, section by section again. And then use a shine serum, whatever you want to use, to add gloss and shine to your hair. And then you always want to brush every section off before and after, and at the very end, just throughout the day. You can always be brushing your hair because you have to. Okay, so I did time it. Remember how it was 5:24? Now it's 5:54. But I was talking, I was explaining everything. So that's 30 minutes with recording, with taking multiple cuts and all that. So imagine what you can do, especially if you have shorter hair. You can do it. Trust me, you have to put a little bit more effort in. And like I said, thank God for this new day. Thank God that you have hair left on your head after being a mom, because it's stressful being a mom. So if you have hair on your head, you want to take care of it. And I know that this is applying heat. This is applying heat to your hair, but you're not gonna do this every day, right? You're gonna do it once a week maybe, and it's gonna last you like 3 to 4 days depending on how oily your hair gets. Oh, and I don't put hairspray on my hair because I want it to last multiple days. And by day 3 the curls are not that tight anymore. But if you have hairspray, it's gonna feel like chicloso. It's gonna feel like sticky, and you don't want that. And I hope this video reminded you that taking 20 to 30 minutes of your day for yourself is not bad, and you shouldn't feel guilty about it. You should actually strive to do that every day, at least. Do something to your hair, do something to your makeup, because you don't want to lose yourself in the routine and then the motherhood and then all that. You want to prioritize yourself, because once your cup is full, you can start pouring onto others and pour back into your family. So I talk all about that in this channel. I recently rebranded myself for this because I became a new mom 4 months ago, and I want to share with you my journey of how I'm balancing out motherhood with my chores, with working, with being a wife, and actually looking pretty, like trying to look attractive. So all that I'm juggling, and being a content creator now. So I'm juggling all that, and if I can do it, you can do it too, because we have the same 24 hours of the day. I just wake up a little bit earlier. That's honestly the trick. But I'm going to be giving you more tips, and let me start cleaning, because I have a mess in my house right now. So I'm going to start cleaning. But thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much for watching my video.